everyone, in this video let's talk about box model in CSS. When you visit or any website, right, or any web page which you create, every small element inside it is a box. In HTML, whatever element you can see, right, if you see any element here, like if you are just specifying this, so this is a box, right? Any particular image is a box. So everything, like even this small text is a box. So everything in CSS, everything it is a box inside HTML. So any pages you develop, right, everything is a box. Even this is a box in CSS. This is itself is a box in CSS. This is a box in CSS. So anything is a box inside CSS. Whatever you make, right? So any element, any paragraph, any text, any image, whatever be the shape of the image, it doesn't matter. Whatever shape you take, even if it is a triangle or a circle, everything is a box, and it is a rectangular box inside HTML. So whenever you are representing anything on your browser, any web page, everything is represented as a box. Now we will understand more about this box model. Okay, so here, like I have created this boilerplate code, and let's start. So here, if you see, if I create a div, right, and if I create a div, and let me just say learning CSS box model, okay, and let me try to run this code. So we have got this here, right? We have got this here where we are seeing that this is a box model. So I'll just reset this zoom. Okay, so this is our box. So basically it is a div. So this is also a box inside CSS. So anything you write is a box. Now we have learned border property in the previous video. So let's check and add a border property here to this div here, and okay, let's add a class to this, and let me say box one. Okay, and so let's add the CSS for the same, and let's put box one, and here let me specify or add a border. So we will be using border shorthand property, 2 pixel solid, and let me put a black color border. Okay, so we know that this is a border we have put inside this. So here, whatever you see this inside this, right, learning CSS box model, okay, this is the content. And when you add a border, border is always applied to the content area. That means this part, complete part, is called as content inside this. Okay, so in this CSS box model, we have 4 features. We will explore one by one. So the first feature we can talk about is the content area. Okay, so whatever you have written here, this is content. And when you add a border, border is always applied to the content area. That means if I write something here, right, if I write Anshika, like my name, right, if I am writing Anshika here, now if I want to apply a border will be applied to this area. So this is called as content, and in this content we are applying the border. Okay, this is clear. Now when we see in CSS, like when we see everything as a box, now if you want, you can add or increase the space between border and the content. Means it is like tightly bounded, right? You have add a border. But now what if you want to increase the space? Increase the space between this, like it's too congested, and now I want to increase the space between this border and this content. That is called as padding. Now whenever you want to increase, so padding is another term inside box model. So when you want to increase the space between content and border, we add a padding. Now let's explore a padding. Okay, here we have a box, we have a border, and it looks currently like this. Now suppose I want to add another field which is padding. Now I can add padding on all the 4 sides. We have 4 sides. Let's start from left side. So I am saying padding on left side, I want to add a 5 pixel padding. Okay, then padding on top, I want to add, let's say, 6 pixels. Then if I want to add a padding on right hand side, and again let's say it's 4 pixel, and let me add a padding on the bottom which is let's say 8 pixels. So we have added padding on all the 4 sides of this box. So can you see the difference? Let me show you again. If I remove this, it looks like this. It's a border. Border is like there is no space. There is no space between this border and the content, right? Now, if I add these paddings, can you see there is a space, right? Between the border and the padding, there is a space because between the border and the content, because we have added the padding. So padding is like you can add on all the 4 sides. You can increase accordingly if you increase. Let me put same padding, right? Let me put same padding on all 4 sides and let's try to increase and see. See? Suppose I am making this padding as more. Let's say it is again now 50 pixels like this. Can you see? Box has become more big because it is adding the space inside between border and the content. Clear? So this is we have padding. Now instead of writing for the 4 directions separately using left, top, right and bottom, we have again a shorthand property for padding. You just need to type padding and you can specify, see if it is equal. If you want only one field or one value for all the 4 sides, if you want it same, you can put it similarly like this. Like this, just instead of putting this, you can put it like this. Okay, it is one and the same thing. Now what if suppose you want on separate paddings on all the 4 sides? So first you always start from padding top. Just see the circular like clockwise direction. You will start from top and then you will go to right hand side. So let's say padding in top is of 40 pixel, then right hand side padding is 50 pixel, bottom let's say it is 30 pixel, and then padding on left hand side let's say it is 20 pixels like this. Okay, how you can check whether correct padding is provided or not? You have to right click, go on inspect. Once you go on inspect, here if you see we have this diagram which depicts that box, that everything inside CSS HTML page is a box and it is a rectangular box. Now here if you see we have this. Can you see this? This is showing some width and height. We have this padding, border, and let me check for this is showing for the complete HTML page. I need to go and select this box, this div. Now it is showing right. So it is showing for this box. It is showing the width and height of the content, right? If you see, if I hover on it, can you see the blue color on both the sides? We have blue color here also in this image and blue color. So it is showing that this is the width, 637.6 is the width of this content and 18 is the height of this content. Okay, so this is the width and height. Now if you see, we have padding. Can you see we have 40 pixels at the top, 50 on the right hand side, 30 at the bottom and 20 on the left hand side, similar to what we gave. So it's always starting from top, right, bottom and left. So instead of providing it separately, you can all provide it in the same line. Can you see the paddings? Right? Now here if you see we have this padding. Okay, now suppose you want the top and bottom same and left and right same padding. So for top and bottom, if you just give only these 2 fields like this, so this 40 pixel will be applied to padding at top and bottom and this 50 pixel will be applied for left side and for right hand side. Okay, so we have 40 pixels for top and bottom and 50 pixels for left and right. That means if you want the same padding for top and bottom and same padding for left and right, then you can give these 2 values. So like this. Now here if you see 40 and then you have 50, right? 50 on the left and right side, 40 on the top and bottom size. Okay, so this is about the padding field, and padding we understood now, it increases the space between the border and the content area. Okay, we have border and we have content area. Now next comes the margin. So we understood border, we understood padding. Let's move to the next part, which is margin. Margin is something which increases the space between two boxes. Like I have this one box and again I have this another box. Like suppose this is box 2 and I have one more box here which is box 1. So there is this space between two boxes. This is called as margin. So we know that padding is inner space, right? So padding is inner space between content and border. But outside the border, when there are other elements, HTML elements outside, to increase or decrease the space, we use margin. Okay, so let's check how we can add margins now. Suppose I'll add one more div, right? I'll add one more div here and let me add a class, separate class to it, or let's add similar class so that we will see. Okay, let me add a separate one only, and it is saying, let's say again, learning CSS box model. Okay, so now we have two boxes, so I need to apply some classes. So I'll say box 2 and let me add a border which is again 2 pixels, solid black color, and let me add some padding inside. Similar padding I am adding to the previous box. Okay, like this. So now we have two boxes. Can you see both the boxes are stick to each other? This is first box, this is second box, and both the boxes, they are stick to each other, right? Now what? I want some space between these two boxes. I want some space between, there is no margin currently. I want some space between these two boxes. How can we add that space? For that we need a margin. Now suppose in box 1 I am adding the margin of, let's say, 5 pixels. Okay, see, now if you explore this box, right, if you select this top element, so I'll click on it and select this. So can you see margin has been added of 5 pixel with orange color. You can see on both sides we have 5 pixels. That means you're adding some space between it, right? If you increase it to, let's say, 20 pixels, so it will add more space. Can you see? It is adding margin on all the 4 sides. Now if you again same way, right, if you want only at the bottom, you can simply say margin bottom. So it is now adding margin only at the bottom of box 1. For box 2, if you will see this box, there is no margin. But if you will see this box, there is margin, right? If you select this box, just a second. So if you select this box, we have a margin, right? So like for this box, there is a margin, but for this box, there is no margin. So there is a margin of 20 pixel for box number 1, but for box number 2, there is no margin. So here again, right, margin you can apply on all the 4 sides, top, bottom, left and right, similar to padding. And also again similar to padding, you have a shorthand property, you can apply like this, right? If you want same margin on all the 4 sides. Now suppose I have added a margin to box 2 also, like similarly 20 pixels margin here also. Okay, now I have added a margin of 20 pixel to both, like for this also it is 20 pixel, for this also. Okay, but what do you think? What is the space between these two boxes? Should it be 20 plus 20, 40? No, there is another concept which is called as margin collapsing. So there is this another concept which is called as margin collapsing. So what is margin collapsing? If there are two boxes, two elements next to each other, then only the margin which is the highest will be applied. It will not sum up. So if you see this box, it is having a margin of 20 pixel. If you're seeing this box, it is also having a margin of 20 pixels, right? But if you see the difference, this difference is only 20 between first box and the second box, only 20. Now suppose if I make this top box as margin of, let's say, 100 pixels, and here let's say it is 80 pixels only. Okay, now if you see this top box, see orange color, it is showing 100 pixels margin on all four sides. For the second box, it is only 80 pixels. So can you see, this is 100 pixel. Now when you go to this box, it is 80 pixels, right? So can you see the difference? The space which you can see between this orange color shade ending and the top one, it is only 20 more, right? Because space will remain the maximum of 2. Space will between the two elements will remain the maximum of 2. It is 100 pixels. Now it has become 80. Means 80 is the margin for this, and next rest 20 is the space. So this is called as margin collapsing. So what is margin? When you add space outside that element, right? So if you see complete box model, right, is anything inside your HTML page is represented using a box. We have this inner width and height of the content. Whatever is the content present inside it, it will show the width and height of that content. You have a paddings, right, which is the space between border and content. This is the border. And then we have the margin. Margin is the outer space between this. Outer space between border and a next element. So that is how you can specify these 4 properties inside any HTML element. Okay, so we have border, we have padding, and we have margin. We have understood border in the previous video. We have seen padding and margin here. So this is all about the box model inside CSS. Okay, we will explore one more property, which is box sizing property. I'll tell you in the next video. See you soon.